So, Mr. Wekesa, welcome to this interview. My name is Eric Sindabi.
Yes.
And Mr. Wekesa, we understand that Kusu Egerton branch
Yes.
has announced vacancies in the union leadership, isn't it?
Yes.
And that soon we are going to have elections
Yes.
to elect new leaders,
Yes.
just after 5 years as it is normal.
Yes.
And you happen to be one of the contestants.
Yes.
So I will just let you talk briefly about yourself and then the position that you want to vie for.
Yes.
And then maybe later on I will give you a few minutes just for you to discuss your manifesto. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Sindabi. My name is Wekesa Talia. I work in the Dean of Students office as Assistant Dean of Students, Nakuru City Campus. And as you have rightly put it, I would like to vie for the position of chairperson of Kusu 2025.
2026.
2026, yeah, 2026.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Wekesa, what is driving you to seek leadership in the union, given the fact that even during the last elections in 2021, you vied for the seat of the treasurer,
yes.
and in fact you performed very well.
Yes.
And since then, you have been very active
yes.
In union matters. You have been articulating on matters affecting the union.
Yes.
And at one point, you had some problems with the union leadership.
Yes.
And right now you are also vying
yes.
now for the post of the chair, the branch chair, isn't it?
Yes,
so what is really motivating you to take that active role in Kusu leadership?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sindabi. As you've rightly put it, in the year 2021 or thereabout, I vied for the seat of treasurer, and I didn't succeed in securing enough votes to make me become the treasurer.
Yes.
And I conceded defeat.
Yes.
This year again, 2026, I'm vying.
Yes.
Simply because of a plethora of problems that are facing Kusu Union Egerton University branch.
Yes.
And I feel that the current bank leadership
yes.
have not been able to handle these problems adequately.
Okay.
And as a chair of the position of chairperson, is very key in the management of union affairs.
Yes.
Because this is a person or individual that chairs all meetings with the bank.
Yes.
Discussing issues that affect staff.
Yes.
So at the moment, I feel that the current chair has not done enough to address issues
okay.
that face staff at Egerton University.
Okay.
One of the issues, and a key one, is about deferred pay. You recall from around 2021, we have not had any story about this deferred pay, and there's no law in Kenya that calls something deferred pay or bending bills, as we are told by the current bank office.
Okay.
They have not demonstrated any efforts on how they are going to make sure that the Egerton University staff get their rightful pay, okay, so which is properly anchored in law.
Mr. Wekesa, I think we will come to that later when we'll be discussing some of the burning issues that are really affecting Kusu members at Egerton University.
Yes.
But maybe just to ask you,
yes.
you have said you want to vie for the chairman's position, and you have indicated that you have all along
yes.
observed
yes.
there's a gap
yes.
in leadership
yes.
that you really want to fill
yes.
in the position that you want to vie for, isn't it?
Yes.
So do you understand well
yes.
the functions of that office that you want to vie for?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe you can just tell members what you understand by the role of a branch chairman.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the duties of a branch chairman,
yes.
or a branch chairperson,
yes.
is to chair all branch executive committee meetings.
Yes.
Which are very important in making decisions that affect the welfare of the staff. Point number 2, a branch secretary is a co-signatory to the branch bank account, which is also very important.
That's management of the
yes,
union
management of
funds.
finances. So it means the branch chair must know
Yes.
what goes on with management of funds.
Yes.
Yeah. And there are also many other duties that you might
Okay,
be assigned by
generally
the
providing leadership and mentorship
Yes.
to
Yes.
to the union.
To the union, and also ensuring that the constitution of Kusu is adhered to.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
By the
Mr.
pride-
Wekesa, you are
by
well
the
versed
pride
with the
constitution.
Kusu constitution,
Yes, yes.
and according to you, you are well versed with the functions that the branch chair is supposed to execute, isn't it?
Yes.
So your motivation to vie for this seat, according to you, the current chair has not demonstrated enough leadership,
Yes.
and he has not demonstrated enough coordination and the representation of the union matters at Egerton University.
Yes.
And do you feel now you have the capabilities of doing so?
Yes, I do. Because
how can you now convince members that you have the capabilities of filling up that gap?
One is that, as you have put it rightly, I'm one person that follows the law to the letter.
Okay.
So I'll follow Kusu Constitution. Following Kusu Constitution means that you have to respect members. You have to listen to members. You have to listen to members.
Yes.
And you must entertain what? Criticism. Any critics.
Okay.
Yeah, but the current chair, anytime anybody criticizes him, then he removes him from the union.
Okay.
Like when I criticized them last time, they made sure they turned me into an agent's fee paying member.
Okay.
And it was until recently when I took them to court, is when they accepted to rehabilitate me back into the union and even allow me to vie for this seat.
Okay.
Another thing is about arrogance. The office bearers, the current office bearers have been so arrogant to members. Rude and arrogant. They don't respect members.
Okay.
When members make inquiries, all they do is to insult them.
Okay.
Another thing has been about hiding information from members.
Okay.
The union belongs to members. So members have a right to know on what's going on in the union.
Yes.
But look at the issue of finances. These guys are quite opaque. They will never open up and tell you how the union funds are being spent.
Okay.
All they bring us are what? Exaggerated budgets.
Okay.
Like, for example, the issue at the moment is about the 7.5 million.
Mr. Wekesa, we will come back to that.
Thank you.
What we were trying to tackle right now was the gap that you have noticed in the seat, or rather in the position of the current chair that you want to fill, and you have clearly elaborated that the first issue that the current chair has failed. He has failed to coordinate that leadership.
Yes, he's not offering proper leadership and governance of the union affairs.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have mentioned several functions of that office.
Yes.
For example, chairing the BEC meetings.
Yes.
And as a signatory also managing, which means he has to make sure that the union funds are well managed. So
and also ensuring, the key one, ensuring that the constitution of the union is adhered to.
Yes.
Because the constitution now is the one which which guides our leader.
Yes.
On the governance of the union affairs.
Okay.
Yes.
So you feel that all these weaknesses, or rather these failures, they led to the suffering of Kusu members at Egerton University.
Yes.
And there is evidence.
It is evidence.
So when we will be discussing about the burning issues that are affecting members, you'll be relating to these failures as the root causes of the failures of the office of the chairman, isn't it? Okay. So Mr. Wekesa, maybe if I can just request you, because you are coming in as a solution, isn't it?
Yes.
And definitely you have a manifesto. Maybe briefly just discuss your manifesto.
Yes.
And elaborate briefly how you are going to execute your manifesto.
Yes.
Yes.
First and foremost, Mr. Sindavi, there's this one problem that has refused to go away.
Yes.
And that's the problem of deferred pay.
Okay.
From 2021.
So it is a burning issue.
It's a burning issue, and it's affecting many livelihoods.
How did it come about?
Yeah, it came across that the university was not able to pay people their salaries.
Okay.
And then from there, now they said they would pay 57%.
Okay.
Then it went to 60 something percent. Then eventually everything went haywire. And the union has not been able to explain to us how we came into
to
problems.
that, isn't it?
Yeah, how did we came? Where did the rain start pitting us?
Okay.
Where did the problem start?
Concerning that.
How far? Yeah, concerning the deferred pay.
Yes.
Where did the problem start? Because deferred pay is just a unique affair. Actually, at Egerton University.
Yes.
It's only Egerton University that is suffering from what? From this problem.
Yes.
All other universities are okay. So the issue of capitation cannot come in.
I remember that issue started during the COVID era.
Yes.
And the president then, Uhuru Kenyatta, promised that no government employee will be paid, will fail to be paid. So it means the government was releasing full salaries for employees of Egerton University.
I believe so.
And you believe that the union played a role in this issue.
One thing Mr. Sindabias have said, the issue of deferred pay, it is an Egerton only affairs.
Okay.
We are almost 31 public universities and colleges in Kenya.
Okay.
You see, and they are not affected. And we get what? We get our pay from a single source. That's the government.
Are you aware of
how come this problem is only affecting Egerton University?
Yes.
And the union has never come out to tell us how we ended into this problem.
It has never addressed.
And what have they done about it? You know,
Okay.
what have they done about it?
Okay.
They are quiet. From 2021, this is 2026, 5 years down the line, and the union is not giving us a clear-cut way of how this issue is going to be handled.
Mr. Wekesa, you are well versed with the laws of this country.
Yes.
What do you understand by the law that talks about employment and in relation to payment to any worker, and maybe which clause was violated and what it says? You may not be well versed with it, but you believe it was illegal.
It's illegal because, one, there's a contract which is signed between the employer and the employee.
Yes.
And the contract is that by the end of the month, the employee must be paid his dues.
In full.
Yes, in full.
And
so this issue of
and it says
half pay
it is illegal.
and even bending bill.
It is illegal.
I don't know which law they used.
Okay.
Yeah, to arrive on that.
And
I don't know why the union is so quiet about it, why the union has not come out. Yeah, to dispute it.
Because the law is very clear.
It's very clear. You must,
such
at the
issues,
end of the month you have to be paid.
Okay.
You know, once you sign the contract with the employer,
yes,
there are terms of service.
Okay.
And then there's the CPA,
okay,
guiding everything.
Okay.
We talk about the land, we talk about the CPA guiding the pay.
Okay.
That every at the end of every month you are supposed to be paid your dues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As an incoming chair,
yes,
I think you have addressed that issue of deferred.
Yes.
And maybe you can just explain to members how you intend to tackle it.
How you intend to tackle this one?
Yes.
First is that immediately I enter the office, I will find out how far this program has gone.
Yes.
With the employer. What is this thing called deferred pay? What are the details involved in it? How much money are we owed? And how much money have we been paid for every individual? So once we know how much it is, then the next step is to ask the employer, now where is this money?
Okay.
So the employer will tell us where the money is,
okay,
and what the employer was doing about it.
Okay.
I know the employer will say that because by way of rumors, we've heard that this deferred pay was taken to the government,
okay,
as pending bills.
Yes.
So once the employer confirms to us that actually this deferred pay was taken to the government, that the government owned it as pending bills, then
you will go.
Then I will go straight away. One, and face the treasury.
Yes.
Two, face the CRC to confirm whether it's true that that money was there.
Yes.
That the deferred pay was taken there. Then I will ask them, first of all, what they have been doing with our money all this long, when they know we are suffering. Because even the minister himself and his staff,
yes,
are not on deferred pay, and they can never allow themselves to be on deferred pay.
Yes.
Even the president is not on deferred pay.
And even
they are paid fully at the end of the month.
And as I said, the
yes,
president by then
yes,
promised that no government employee will fail to be paid.
No, I'm not blaming the president. I'm not blaming the president, because this is not what. This is not a national issue.
Then the government.
This is a unique problem.
The government does not owe the university workers any money, isn't it?
No, I'm not aware.
We believe that.
But according to me, if all other universities are paying, why Egerton University?
But do you believe the government owes us any money, or it is the university that owes us our salaries? It is not the government.
But now, where the government comes in,
we don't know.
By way of rumors we've had,
yes,
that this money was taken to the government as bending pills.
Yes.
And that's why we shall ask them, under what law
yes,
did they take our rightful pay, our rightful pay to the government as bending pills?
Mr. Wekesa, how can you convince members that you will take this route?
Yes. I'm one man without a reverse care.
Okay.
I fear nobody except God.
Okay.
So I will go to the treasury, and I'm telling you, whether you like it or not, Mr. Sindeli, whether the minister likes it or not, I will go to Mbati's office and I will meet with him.
Okay.
I will go to the Ministry of Education and I will demand audience from them. I will go to CRC and I will demand audience from them. These are public figures. And I'm afraid to enter any office and ask any question.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will go there and ask.
So point taken.
Immediately after getting proper information, proper documented information.
Okay.
From the university management.
Mr. Wekesa,
yes,
you also you also mentioned
yes,
the issue of communicating to members
yes, yes,
about what is going on in the union.
Yes.
What happened during the current the outgoing
yes,
union leadership in terms of communication?
They have been secretive and opaque.
Okay.
We don't know what goes on in the university, what goes on in the union, and they are also beset with the paralysis and the division.
Okay.
These guys are not working together, and that's why we are having problems.
There's a disunity.
And I can prove that
by
giving an example of recently, when the vice chair, when you were interviewing the vice chair,
yes,
the vice chair confesses that. He said we've been having disunity in the union and he's been trying to unite them, but it's not been succeeding.
Yes.
He also told us in his speech when we were interviewing him that even the internal CPA disappeared, and they don't know where it is.
Okay.
That he even went up to the national office to look for it, and it wasn't there.
So you want to clarify to members that the current Kusu leadership has been having disunity, and it affected members' service deliveries, and
yes, it's highly divided and paralyzed in its services to members.
Why do you think there was that disunity? Are there any external forces, or just that selfishness or lack of commitment?
Me, one thing I believe is that when they went into the office, they are so much into eating than actually dealing with members' problems.
Yes.
You say accelerated packets, and I think if they don't agree
on such issues,
on the cuts, on the cuts that let's do this and maybe I'll get a cut.
Okay.
Then
at least there is that issue of integrity.
Yes, the issue of integrity is there.
So you believe that the union funds are not being managed well?
They are not being managed well because, like for example, I've just talked about 70 million, then 500,000, which they said they use it for legal fee. In fact, they are still saying that up to now. So if they use it for legal fee, what are these legal services that were offered? And then were they budgeted for? Were they approved by the members?
Okay.
Because a budget must be approved by the members.
Okay.
So everything to do with their financial matters is opaque.
So there's no transparency? There's no
transparency and accountability.
Okay.
Yes.
In how they run all issues concerning how they are negotiating with the management and how they are running the financial.
Yes, and let me also ask you a question, Mr. Sindali.
Yes.
Look at the question of internal CPA. This is an important document that holds livelihoods of members.
Yes.
Other universities are paying well. Other universities have already concluded the 2013-2017 internal CPS. They have already worked on 2021-2025 internal CPS. Now they are working on 2025-2029 internal CPS, and they are benefiting. Look at a university like Nairobi. Nairobi, the list that a Kusu member is getting in terms of commuter allowance is around 15,000. I was asking some of my friends who are at Machakos University, they were here and there. They are now working at Machakos University. The list, a Kusu member, grade 9, grade 8, grade 10, grade 11, is earning in commuter allowance is 15,000.
So, Mr. Wekesa, to cut
Egerton, we are at 9,000.
To cut the story short, because we know currently we don't have any running internal CBA.
Yes.
We are far much behind.
Far much behind.
How are you going to to tackle this issue of internal CBS, given the fact that the 2013 was bungled?
Yes.
And don't you think, because this is a public office and these are the public contributed resources that went towards negotiating this CBA, and then the office bungled?
Claims that it got lost.
So in simple, the CBA was bungled.
What I believe,
don't you think it cuts to some legal implications to the people who are always holding that office?
First of all, what I feel, Mr. Sindavi, is that there's no way such an important document can get lost. There's no way. Somebody within the union or this PEC must have been compromised somewhere.
Yes.
I believe maybe somebody might have told them that, if we say we implemented this CPA, we don't have money, to implement or to fund the CPA.
Yes, yes.
And maybe they were compromised in a way. Because how can a document get lost? Even the employer could be having this document.
So we can sum up,
Yes.
According to the issues that you have addressed,
Yes.
the current regime failed members, and recently I was interviewing another aspirant,
Yes.
and he categorically said that it is high time members took back the union back to members.
Yes.
It is high time we took the union back to members, because the union was hijacked by selfishness and maybe external malice. Malice and maybe external forces to weaken that bargaining power, that collective ownership of the union to drive the mandate of members, isn't it?
First of all, you asked me what I would do about this internal CPA if I ended the rules of the chair.
Yes.
First of all, I'll look for it. I'll look for it because the vice chair was very clear, passionately and eloquently clear, that this CPA had even gone up to SRC and it was signed.
Yes.
Then somewhere along the way, it disappeared.
Okay.
So we shall look for this CPA because it has to be implemented.
Okay.
It has to be implemented.
Okay.
We have to, because this CPA is our right.
Okay.
And we need to get what? Our rights as per the contents of the CPA.
Okay.
2013, 2017. Then from there now we shall come and discuss what? The 2021, 2025 CPA and see how we shall benefit from it.
Okay.
Then from there now, we can say that we shall be at tandem with the others when we now start negotiating for 2025, 2029 CPA.
Mr. Wekesa,
so we are way behind.
Mr. Wekesa, I will repeat again. It is easier said than done. How can you convince members that these promises, these affirmative promises, you are going to achieve them?
One thing, Mr. Sindabi, is that I'm an employee of members.
Okay.
Members are my bosses. And I will communicate. I will communicate as appropriate.
Yes.
I will seek their advice. I will seek their help when I get stuck. I will not go, if for example, I go demand for that CPA.
Yes.
I go to the employer, he says he doesn't have it. I go to the union head office, they say they don't have it. I go to CRS and the ministry, they say they don't have it. Then we shall ask them where it went.
You will be communicating.
And I'll tell members, this CPA got lost, and I've done 1, 2, 3, and I'm not getting the right answers. Now, what do we do? Then members will come up with the solutions.
Okay.
Yes.
So you will be member-driven,
Member-driven, yes. Everything member-driven, and everything will be documented and formal.
Okay.
Not telling members by mouth.
Okay.
I will communicate. If we have held meetings with whoever, I will have those meetings, and this is what we agreed.
Mr. Wekesa, there are rumors and concerns from a section of members that you are in the management. Is it a conflict of interest for you to be in the union?
Mr. Sindavi, get me. If there's anybody that the management will be comfortable with is me. Just go and ask them. Ask them.
Will you resign from the position?
Can I be in the management? First of all, can I be in the management? And they take me in the disciplinary. I've been in the disciplinary how many times? Around 4 or 5 times. Until when I only stopped them.
So
when I took the matter to court.
So the position that you are holding in the employment is not linked to the management level, isn't it?
Yes.
That can compromise your position in the union, isn't it?
Mr. Sindavi.
So just clarify that.
Yes, I want to clarify that. We have a former trustee who was a deputy registrar. Why didn't you complain about it? Why didn't you say anything about it? Now he's a registrar and he's still in the union. He's even on Kusu forum. Call the Kusu forum, you'll find him there, listening to all conversations. And there's no evidence that actually he resigned from the union.
Okay.
Have you seen any communication from the union saying that the office of the trustee, union trustees, is vacant, and therefore, if you have any issues to do with the trustee's office, you go to so and so.
So in simple, you are clarifying to members that the position that you are holding in the university employment will not compromise with your functions as a union leader, isn't it?
I'm asking you the same question.
No, we are just clarifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't
and
want
as we
to
clarify, I'm saying
yes.
there are people in the management who are still union members.
Yes.
And they are working. And this is just Nini. And how will it compromise my work? Because okay. I know my duties. Yes. I know what I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
And in any case, what comes first? What comes first is work.
Mr. Wekesa, what of if you are given a higher position
yes.
in the management,
yes.
on a management level?
Yes.
Now what happens to to the union?
Like which higher position now? Which one?
No, it just an example.
Yes.
Which will now mean you will have to forego your union leadership
yes,
roles.
I've simply told you that the trustee of the union is a deputy registrar. So which higher position will I go? And when he even invited for that seat, he was a deputy registrar.
Okay.
So which higher position again are you talking about?
Okay.
Unless maybe I become a DVC and I don't qualify to become one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are clarifying to members that the position that you are holding will not interfere with your union activities or representation to them, isn't it?
Yes.
And you feel that the experience that you have yes. Will also be an added advantage for you to maneuver well the concern that members have, isn't it?
And again, what I would like you to understand is this, Mrs. Levy. Being a unionist doesn't mean fighting with the management.
Of course,
it does not mean peddling what? Peddling lies about it's not about fighting with the management.
Yes,
it's about negotiating.
Yes.
It's about discussing issues
yes.
that affect all of us.
Yes.
And the union and the management complement each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And all employees of the university are union members.
Yes.
Yeah. Either they are Wasu or they are Kusu.
Yes.
Yeah. So they belong somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's actually a legal right for one to belong in a union. It's a constitutional right.
Okay.
Yeah, for one to belong in a union.
Okay, Mr.
Look
Wekesa.
at chapter 41 of the Constitution. It allows anybody, any employee to belong to
a union.
To a union.
Yes.
Yes. But again, if maybe the boss feels that now by me becoming the chair may compromise my duties, my duties may be that I'm performing at the moment, then I'm free also to call it off. It also depends on the weight of work.
Yes.
If I see that this position is so weighty that I cannot match the two, then I will resign from this position and be what?
Concentrate on the union.
On union issues.
Okay.
So but I'm not fight. It's not about fights. It's about discussing. It's about matters policy.
In fact, negotiation is the key because
yes.
If you have good negotiating skills, yes. And you understand well the structures of the mandate of the union, yes. Like you have demonstrated, yes. Then it will be easier, isn't it?
And I can understand
you as yes. A union leader
that the union is governed by policies. You don't just come from nowhere and do what. The union is governed by the acts of parliament. The union is governed by what? It's also governed by the constitution.
Yes.
And then there are the CPS.
So your point is that, or rather, you are born to pick with the current leadership is that they abandoned members. They
abandoned members in so many ways.
And that you are coming in as a solution, yes. To rescue members, yes. From that selfishness,
yes.
and ignorance.
Yes, and let me tell you, one, look at the members on the contracts.
Yes, that's another the issue that I yes. wanted you to address.
Contracts and the lockup. There are some staff members here who have worked for the last 15 years, others as many as 20 years on contractual.
It is basis. On the record, Mr. Wekesa. Yes. How are you going yes. to? How can you convince members that you will tackle that issue successfully.
Yeah, look at somebody now.
Given the provisions of the constitution that governs such situations.
First of all, here there's also what you call negotiation, because contract. You are willing to be employed, and I'm willing to employ you on terms that I've set for you.
Yes.
So they are told, okay, one would work for 3 months, renewable. Another would work for 6 months. Another 1 year, another 3 years.
Okay.
Renewable. But if somebody has worked consistently in that position for 15 years, 20 years, doesn't it mean that there's a vacancy in that place? Then what's the problem with converting this person?
So what will you do? What will you do?
And do you know what? By having so many,
as a union leader.
As a union leader.
Is what will you do?
First of all,
to solve that issue?
Yes, I will discuss with the management. Tell them that what.
But these others have been discussing also, or there's no evidence that they have been doing.
That have discussed evidence, and when you talk about evidence written,
yes,
have they ever said that this date
or communicated?
We met with the management,
sure,
and we discussed on contract and locum issues.
Yes.
And this is what we agreed. Agreed on.
There's no evidence.
Have you ever seen such a communication?
There's no communication.
No such a communication.
Yes.
Have you ever heard them say that today, or write to us, not even say write to us, that today we met with the management and we discussed about review and promotions of staff?
No.
Staff have stagnated in grades for so many years. Like I myself, for example, the last time I was promoted was 2013.
Okay.
2018, 2017, they promoted people. I had all the qualifications, but they bypassed me. Why? Because of favoritism.
Yes.
Discrimination.
So, Mr. Wekesa, I think you have tackled most of these issues, and you have clearly demonstrated
another issue again, which is very burning.
Yes.
It's about the 65 years. There are some staff who retired at 60, and they say others are 65.
There are many.
And the union is quiet about it.
Mr. Wekesa, there are many burning issues. We cannot exhaust.
Yes, many,
but
many.
The point that I want members to clarify, or rather to understand, is that the way you are explaining that the current regime has demonstrated that they lacked that power to negotiate, and there were disunities in the union which affected, or rather which weakened the union, and you are coming in as a solution, and you have demonstrated well that you will be guided by the law, and you have that negotiating power as the foremost weapon before other avenues are undertaken, isn't it?
And I will come up with a framework. I'll come up with a framework.
And you have also touched on the issue of communication.
Yes.
Because of that lack of that transparent communication to members, members feel that these guys have not been doing enough, isn't it?
Yes.
So just to sum up, because of time, Mr. Wekesa, I just want you to tell members how you, as an ordinary Kusu member, feel about re-election of most of these people who are in the current office. Do you believe in Fagia Nyumba?
Yes, of course. Now, member.